Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Race Spec Esports here for the Pacific Open tier. It is round 4 here at Mexico, and I am your commentator, Jakob, and I'll be commentating over tonight's action here at the Autódromo Hermanos Rodríguez. I'm very excited to commentate over tonight's action, and currently we have Aussie Owl in pole position with the 116.170, and I cut to MJ being backwards with no front wing through the S's. So, he's not off to a good start. And if we're going to cut over to the Williams of what looks like Andre, it is. He's on an outlap, so we're going to go on board with him as he rounds the final corner to go down this incredibly long back straight, open the DRS, and just wait for around 15 seconds until you reach the 100-meter braking board, and you slam on the brakes down to 4th gear for him 3rd through turns 2 and 3. Doesn't use all of the exit, opens the DRS, and coming out of sector 1, he is going to set a 28.8 from Andre. As now heading through turns 4, 5, and now 6. Ooh, very wide through turn 6, I have to say. Doesn't use all the exit. As now we're going to head into the tough section, the S section. That curb on the right is a bit of a killer. It's a bit hesitant on the throttle, doesn't use the curbs to their most, and he's going to exit sector 2 with a 57.8. Brake at the marshal's board. Ooh, he goes deep. He's going to invalidate? No, he doesn't. Anyways, there's a wheel in the middle of the road. That's interesting. It must be Aiden because he's out of the race. He's out of the quali. It's heading through the final corner now. Andre's going to come across the line to set a 1:17.8 and put himself P12. Prozo is next. He's currently set a 57 point. Actually, no, he's on in what looks like a cooldown lap. Has a big snap of oversteer through the final corner. Clean break has invalidated his lap. Clunky, he's on a lap. No, he is not. My bad. Willow's on an out lap. There's an Alpine off that looks like washed data. That looks like data. But we have the Red Bull of Orphan Drop, who's currently exiting Sector 2. Now he's going to come out of Sector 2 with a 57 flat. Hits the apex. Heading into the stadium section. Hits the apex at the hairpin. Doesn't use the sausage curb on the inside. Shifts down to 3rd. For, ooh, little snap on the exit. And through the final corner, he's going to come across the line to the 16.4 and put himself P4. Up next will be Washed Data. He's going to come across the line to set another lap. Interestingly enough, it doesn't look like he has enough ERS. So, I don't know why he's doing that then. Actually, weird. Owl is coming to the final corner. Prezzo came across the line. He's at a 16.5. We go Aussie Owl. Activates the DRS as we have an Alpine leaving the pits on the right. Doesn't impede the Ferrari though. As now heading down into turn 1. Yep, down to 4th gear. Hit the curb. Doesn't use too much of the curb on the insides, I have to say. But he is on provisional pole, so he must know what he's doing. As exiting sector 1, he's going to have a 28.4, and he's currently a 10th up on his time. Wow, okay. As now heading into turn 6. Doesn't turn in that early. Doesn't use much of the exit, so bit of a rough sequence there from the Ferrari drivers. Now heading into the S's. Little snap of oversteer, but he's so far kept it within a straight line. Little lifts here and there, but does keep a nice line through the S's. He's going to have a 56.4, 3/10 up on his time at the moment. As heading into the stadium section, brake right at the curb, hit the apex at the hairpin, avoid the sausage, and brake right after the marshal's board, shift down, shift back up, and come around the final corner. Keep it tight, and he's going to come across the line instead of 15.5. Wow, okay. Aussie L, 15.5. Very fast lap from the Ferrari driver. Almost 7/10 clear of Dutchy in second place. We have the McLaren of Snickersbud, who's going to be next. He's exiting the stadium section, heading through the second to last corner. And he's going to come across the line to set a 1:17.5 and put himself P14. We have the Alfa Romeo coming across the line. He didn't set one. There is the Williams of Clean Break. He wasn't able to set a lap. And the Aston Martin of Clunky. 5 laps on the soft, so I'm guessing he didn't do any practice and he's using this as his practice. That's my assumption. We have the two Haas's working together, it looks like, of Mash JNR and Prince OK. And these two were the very fast drivers from last week, which... Yeah, these two were the fast drivers from last week. Mash put it on pole and Prince won the race. We're going to stay on board with Prince as he starts his lap. He opens the DRS, flies it down the main straight, and he's going to brake at around the 100-meter board. Wide into turn 1 to hit the curb. We're hitting the inside curve. Ooh, cuts it very nicely. Uses all of the exit. Very nice sequence of corners from the Haas driver. And he's going to come down the back straight, open the DRS, and he's going to... Ooh, 28.3. That's faster than Aussie. Heading through turn 6 now, nice and tight. Doesn't use all of the exit though, as now heading into turn 7. Not all the curb on the inside, but he is a little bit messy, a lot of lifting. So Prince doesn't look too confident at this track. He's going to come across the sector 2 line with the 56.7. This will put him in second at the moment, if he doesn't invalidate here, which he doesn't. As now heading through the hairpin. Doesn't use the sausage curb on the inside. Brake right after the marshal's board. Doesn't shift down. Upshifts into 5th. Keeps it tight. Around the final corner. He's going to come across the line instead of 16 flat. Put himself second. But he's not too comfortable there because Dutchy, Wash Data, Orphan Drop, Karma, Prezzo, Metz, Reshing, all of them are pretty close. And are going to put him under pressure with 4.5 minutes left in the session. We have the Williams of what looks to be Andre coming over the final corner. He's currently 2/10 up on his time. Let's see if he can maintain that delta. And he has half a second up on his time. He puts himself P15 with a 17.354. As we have the other Williams of Clean Break. He hasn't validated the time. So is Metz. But the AlphaTauri behind of what looks to be Karma, he's on a lap. Hopefully he doesn't get held up by Metz here. And exiting the stadium section, is he going to enter the pits, or is he going to finish off the lap? He is going to finish off the lap coming around the final corner. Karma is going to set a 16.2 and put himself P5. Very nice lap from the AlphaTauri driver. As we have the Haas of Mash, he's on an outlap, and Williams of Andre, who is on not another push lap, he is on a quick in lap. And people are starting to leave this pit lane, it looks like. Alex is the first one that leaves for Aston Martin. But there is an AlphaTauri that's never mind, that's just Karma. Now, it'll be interesting if Karma will be able to set another lap as he invalidates. Heading through the S's. Now the Mercedes of what looks to be Willow, he's exiting the pits right now. He hasn't set a lap. Oh, he has, never mind. A 17.975 representing the Xbox side where I'm from. Clean Break, Aiden, and Willow are from Xbox. From PC, it looks like it's going to be Alex, Clunky, Reshing, Dutchy, Prince, and Owl. And then PlayStation is going to be Karma, Orphan Drop, Prezzo, Mets, Deputy Dog, Banana Cake Pie, MJ, Andre, Snickers, and MASH. Okay. Here with Alex coming around the final corner, we're going to stay on board with him as he runs turn 17. Opens the DRS and flies down the main straight as his teammate exits the pits right behind him, so that might help Clunky out actually for a possible slipstream on his lap as Alex, through turn 1, keeps it nice and tight, opens the line for turns 2 and 3, doesn't use all the exit though, and he's going to open the DRS and come across the sector 1 line with a 28.8. 2 tenths up on his time currently, pretty decent so far, as Alex now heading through the chicane of 4 and 5 and into the double apex hairpin of turn 6. Ooh, touches the sausage curb on the inside and doesn't use much of the exit. A little bit messy from the Aston Martin driver as he heads into turn 7 now. Doesn't use all the curb on the inside or the outside, and oh, mistake. Big mistake. That's his lap over, and he might have actually invalidated through turn 7. Which I didn't notice due to the camera angle. Interesting. Anyways, we have the Williams of Clean Break. He's on an outlap, but we have Banana Cake Pie. Actually, it's Mets. I can't read. Alex, 5 plays grid penalty for illegal blocking. Okay. The game's had a bit of a mare there. And his session is most likely over. Because he doesn't have enough ERS, I have to say. Anyways, we have the Alfa Romeo coming across the line. That is Metz. He's going to start his lap. As the Alpine of Resching is going incredibly slow. He's screwing everything up. We have the MJ. We have MJ and Aussie Owl. It's a huge calamity going to the final corner. There's a huge train forming as there's the Red Bull of Orphan Drop facing the wrong way. We have Prince OK. He's heading down the main straight. MASH, who's still on an outlap. He's just about going to make it to the line in time. Same with MJ. Actually, he's on a lap right now, 3 tenths up. He's going to come across the line for a 17.0 and put himself P11, and the clock has run out. So, everyone who's on a lap is on their final lap. We have the Red Bull of Prezzo coming around the final corner. He's currently 2.5 tenths up. This could put him in a good position. As coming across the line, 16.1 P3 for the Red Bull driver. Very, very good performance. But we also have to remember, this is only for the sprint. So things could change up in the 12-lap race. It's gonna follow this one as we're gonna stay with Karma through the S's. Invalidated here on his in-lap. Doesn't on this lap though. As ending up the sector 2. 10.5 up. 10.5 up for Karma. This could put him around the Prezzo range, so he's going to want to try and put it together heading through the stadium section. Touch the sausage curb on the inside, and heading around the final corner now, he's going to come across the line to set a 16.1 and put himself P3 ahead of Prezzo. Up onto the second row, we have the McLaren coming across the line. That is Deputy. No, that's Snickers, my bad. He went P17. With the Mercedes of Willow coming into the pits, his day is done. Alex is in 19th, and MASH has invalidated. Oh, that's huge. MASH, who probably has some great pace, is last in 20th place. We have the Red Bull of Orphan Drop coming around the final corner. That's actually Prezzo. So we're just waiting for MJ to come into the pits, and that should be qualifying over. Done and dusted. Who the fuck is Aussie Owl? 5 tenths quicker than Prince in a lap? Well, it's now 2.5 tenths, but yeah, he's making his debut, and he's looking to be pretty damn fast. And there you have it. Aussie Owl is on pole position with a 15.565. Incredible lap from the Ferrari driver. We have the Prince OK in second with 115.801, and Karma in third with the 116. That's going to be Prezzo in fourth, a PB in qualifying for him, I think, Dutchy in fifth, Data in sixth, Orphan Drop in seventh, Rushing in eighth, Mets in ninth, and Banana in 10th, with Clunky in 11th, Clean Break in 12th, Andre in 13th, MJ in 14th. Rounding off after that is Deputy in 15th, Willow in 16th, Snickers in 17th, Aiden in 18th, Alex in 19th, but with a 5-place grid penalty, so he's going to be in 20th, and Mash rounding off the grid. Good pace, but wasn't able to set a lap. And we're gonna wait for the drivers to ready up and get their setups ready, to get their tire strategy ready, and for the formation lap to get underway for the sprint race, 12 laps around the circuit, to set the grid for the main race, 36 laps. And it'll be interesting to see what tires they're going to be on, to see if someone's going to try and gamble on the softs, if they're all going to be on the mediums, if they're all going to be on the softs. Who knows? Who knows? As 5 seconds to go before the formation lap gets under, and we're going to see what tires everyone is starting on. Here we go. Formation lap underway, and let's check this out. Everyone on the mediums except Deputy, he's on the hard, so no one tried to gamble for it. Which I do understand, because the softs don't last too long around here, but at the same time, Deputy went for a little bit of a bold strategy here, because the hards are one of the worst tires I've ever driven on around here. And that's why people like to go for the two-stop, because avoiding the hards is the best thing you can do. They are so bad around here, there's no grip. You almost want to spin 24/7. It's ridiculous, actually. Anyways, the drivers are lining up on the grid now. Ooh, that AlphaTauri of Karma zooming in. Actually, no, that was Dutchy. You went full balls to the wall there. That was very interesting. But at least he got his tires warmed up, as we're going to wait for the drivers to line up, all 20 of them, as it looks like Aiden is zooming back there. He might have made a mistake, and he did, and he completely overshot his grid slot. As anyways, we're going to wait for the lights to go out here for the sprint race at Mexico. The revs are up, and we are away. It looks like Aussie's gotten a great start. Prince not so good. Karma's already alongside and ahead. Prezzo's ahead of Dutchy, as now heading down into turn 1. Aussie Owl leads the pack heading into turn 1. Karma, will he send it? He will not. Prince in third, Prezzo in fourth. Looks like everyone's gotten through fairly cleanly, too wide throughout the back, as Bananas passed Dutchy for 7th. Dutchy's had a terrible start. We have a spinner at the back, that is Deputy and Metz. Deputy is down at the back on the hards, and Metz is down to 20th, with Prince battling Karma for 2nd. I don't think he's made it work. Karma is holding on. Down the inside goes the AlphaTauri. He's still hanging around the outside as Prince, and I think he's made it work. He has. Karma's going to be forced to back out, and that's the Haas driver up into 2nd, but Aussie's already made a huge gap. 1.5 seconds to Prince. Wow, okay. So Owl is really trying to make a statement here and make a gap very fast, very early. As we have, oh, it's Metz going for another spin through the S's. As Deputy and Mash are battling it out at the back. And to anyone who's watching and to anyone watching and wondering why my voice isn't that enthusiastic, I just went through a full day of presentations and speeches, so I'm tired, I'm worn out, and my voice is dead, so I'm just trying to not screw it up anymore, if you know what I mean. As Deputy and Alex battling it out for P16 at the back. Down the inside goes the McLaren driver heading into turn 1. And will he make it work? It doesn't look like he has. Alex has held it around the outside very well, carries his speed, and stays in 16th place. As Prince is already back within DRS range of Aussie, so he's really pushing. As here we go, the Haas driver, 8 tenths of a second, make it 7 tenths, heading into turn 7 now as there's a yellow flag for Willow. Siri, can you shut up? I never asked for your opinion. I don't care. And to go Prince in DRS range. As the gaps are starting to form, Willow's trying to go down the inside of Mash, but isn't able to make it work. Mash goes deep. But Willow isn't able to do anything. As Owl, I have a feeling he runs a very high downforce setup because he loses a whole bunch of time on the straights, but when it comes to the S's in the stadium section, he gains back all of that time. As Metz goes for another spin at the back, so he's having a terrible time there. As here we go, Dada right on the back of Orphan Drop. He might go for a move, he doesn't though, but he's right on the beer box of Orphan Drop, really putting the pressure on the Red Bull driver. As there are some moves at the back, that is Willow and Clean Break battling now for P18. A little bit of contact. Ooh, okay, power slide from Willow. A little bit of contact between him and Clean Break. But they both stay on track. As Prince okay with the DRS, that might help him to stay within the DRS range when it comes to the main straight. Through the hairpin, will he able to stay within that 1 second gap? It looks like he isn't. Oh, he is. Okay, got that good exit, and he is through. As that's Banana. That's Banana. The Alfa Romeo driver, he's falling down the order. Looks like he's went for a spin. Was that contact? Yeah, what is that contact? Or did he just make a huge mistake? Prince with the DRS, but he is already out of energy. Whoa, okay. As Resching and Clunky battling now, Wash. Okay, down the inside goes Data. Dutchy's trying to get himself in here, but and Dutchy's gonna try and cut them back. 3 wide down the back, sorry. Dutchy went for the 2 for 1. Orphan Drop up into 6th, Data in 7th, and Orphan's gonna send it on Dutchy. No contact made, Dutchy's up into 5th. Data's dropped down to 7th. As we have Resching and Clunky, they are battling out, but it looks like Resching has been able to hold on to the 8th place. We have Dutchy here. Oh, there's a little bit of... Dada's trying to go for a move on Orphan Drop, heading into the stadium section. Isn't able to make it work, but Dada's really putting the pressure on the Red Bull driver at the moment. And here we go, heading through the stadium section, exiting it now, heading through the final corner, where Bottas had his infamous crash in qualifying. As here we go, down the main straight, Dada 4 tenths behind Orphan Drop if he burns energy, because Dada does have 20% more than Orphan, so if he starts burning, he might be able to get within striking range. But he doesn't. Aiden enter the pits. Interesting. For the softs. It's a very bold strategy from the Mercedes. Let's see if that works out. No moves made for the battle. 4/5, as I'm struggling to speak English. Ooh, Orphan a little bit wide heading to turn 6. Data might go for a move, but Orphan is able to hold on. A little bit of understeer through turn 7 though. That's going to give Data the opportunity to get even closer, as Orphan I think has just dropped out of DRS range. Has he? He has. So Data, will he go for a move heading to the stadium section? He doesn't, but he does get slightly closer. As Aussie, I didn't notice, Aussie has a penalty. Aussie with a penalty, that's huge. So that means Carl might benefit from it. Prince will definitely benefit. And Orphan Drop is out of Dutchy's DRS range. As now, down the main straight, Data, putting the pressure on Orphan Drop, alongside. Still alongside, Orphan Drop is not going to let him pass easy. But in the end, Data, nothing Orphan Drop can do. Data up into 6. And my lisp is really getting into play right now, as Prince and Aussie. Ooh, super tight between the two leaders at the moment, and Prince is into the lead of the race. As Aussie is right on the back of Prince, but both are extremely low on energy. He's heading through the hairpin now. Aussie isn't able to get close enough yet, but he is within 4/10. So this should be an easy move down the main straight for Owl. But both of them aren't using their energy. They know better because they are very low. They need to conserve. Will Owl try and go for a move? It doesn't look like it. Will he try and send it into turn 1? He looks at it, but he doesn't. That's now heading through the turns 1 to 3 complex. No energy being used between the two drivers, so they're just trying to act, I guess, peacefully? I don't know. Ooh, Owl. Very deep on the brakes, I have to say, and very nearly went into the back of Prince. As Aiden set the fastest lap, I don't know what his plan was to pit. I don't know if he had wing damage or not, as there is a spinner, that is Willow. He's gone for a spin, acing sector 3, and that's going to allow Andre to get past. Will it? No, it doesn't. Andre stays behind. And here we go, Owl. It's losing time to Prince. He's already 6/10 back and he's using energy, so he knows he needs to get closer. And now Aussie has less energy than Prince. Only marginally, but it's something. As Prez is going to put Karma under pressure, he's not going to go for the move, but he's definitely going to put some pressure on him. As Data, he's now trying to put pressure on Dutchy for 5th place. Let's see what the Alpine driver can do, as that Snickers getting ahead of Alex for 10th place. And Deputy has been able to hold on to 12th on those terrible tires that are the hards. No one's gone for move heading to the turn. Oh, that's bad. As Karma, 3.4 seconds back from Owl. I'm going to check what type of penalty this is. This is a normal track limit penalty. As Aussie's now burning his energy. He's trying to get by this lap, and I don't blame him. He really needs to get back fast, because Aussie has shown he has the pace. He just needs to have that track position. As there's a yellow flag that looks to be for... I don't actually know, but Prince getting the good exit coming out of the chicanes. but he's not going to burn his energy. He's going to keep conserving. As Aussie down to 8%, so he's really struggling on energy at the moment. As Data going for a move on Dutchy, and he's made it work before the corner. Data up into 5th place, and I have a huge stomachache right now. I feel like I'm going to throw up. Oh, God. As Prince, keeping within range, 6/10 behind Aussie, really trying to stay within the striking range. But at the same time, he doesn't need to worry because Aussie has that penalty. So he has that little comfort zone. Dutchy, he's going to try and go for the move on Data, try and get the position back. Is he going to go for it heading into turn 1? You bet he is. Down the inside at turn 1. Dutchy makes the move work, and he's up into 5th place. But, oh, he also, yeah, it's a double DRS range, so he's going to get DRS on this straight. Reshing, 3-second penalty. Has a 4.5-second gap to Clunky, so he's not under any pressure. But very interesting from the Alpine driver. As Prince is slowly saving up energy, he's up to 25% now. Heading into the hairpin, Prince trying to stay with. Oh my God! Oh my God, that is huge. Owl has gone for a spin, exiting the stadium section, and I have to catch my breath there. Holy Jesus. And he's down to 4th. With the penalties, he's going to drop him down to possibly 7th. And Prince now has a 5-second gap to Karma. That is huge, and that's probably just sealed Prince pole position for the race, and a very valuable 10 points. As Karma and Prezor, this battle is now no longer for 3rd, but for 2nd. As Aiden, 3-second penalty at the back of the grid. So he's been having a torrid race there. As Data, very close to Dutchy, but isn't going to go for a move. As there's a... Oh, Aiden. Very weird place to lose it, Aiden, but... Okay. That's Aussie back into DRS range, into Prezzo. But he needs to form a 3-second gap to Dutchy in 1 lap. That's 1.7 seconds. That's going to be a very, very tough task. Aiden, if you're listening to the stream, you're having a terrible race at the moment, but don't slam it into the wall. You're going to get yourself banned. As we have Karma holding up to 2nd from Prezzo. Prezzo isn't close enough to make a move, but Aussie's going to try and put Prezzo under some pressure, try and get himself back into the podium positions. The longtime leader and dominant pole sitter is now down into 4th and possibly even 5th, but speaking of 5th, Dutchy is under pressure from Data. He's going to try and go around the outside on Dutchy. He's going to make it work. But Dutchy's going to go for the switchback, and he's made it that one work. Data's going to try and hold it around the outside, but he isn't able to, and Dutchy holds on to 5th. But now it's a 2.1 second gap to Owl, and we're going to head into Owl's best section, which is the S's. So I'm... Huh, the Dirty Year is really screwing him up. Didn't lose any time to Aussie. As Aiden picks up another penalty, he's just goofing around at this point. As Prince rounding the final corner, it's been a very good display from the Haas driver, and he takes the sprint here at Mexico. It's going to be Karma who's going to come across the line for 2nd. Front row start For the main race, Prezzo in third, Aussie in fourth, and that's going to become fifth, with Dutchy being promoted to the front, to the second row. Data in sixth, Resching in seventh, Orphan in eighth. That's going to become seventh after Resching's penalty. Clunky in ninth. Once he runs the final corner, activates the DRS with Snickers in 10th. Alex in 11th, with Deputy in 12th, Mash in 13th, Banana in 14th, and Clean Break is going to get ahead of Mash. He is not. 10th and a half gap. MJ in 16th, Willow in 17th, which is going to become 18th. Then Metz, final driver across the line in P19. Now I'm going to go take a break because I'm feeling like actual crap at the moment, so I'm going to try and get some water, cool down, and get myself ready for the main race. 36 laps of excitement here for the Mexican Grand Prix. There you have it. Prince on pole position with Karma on the front row in second and Prezzo in third. Dutchy in fourth. Aussie in fifth. Long-time leader and fighting for the sprint win. Finished in fifth with Data in sixth. Orphan Drop in seventh. And Resching being your final point score from the sprint race. Clunky is in ninth with Snickers in 10th. Alex in 11th. Banana in 12th. Deputy in 13th. Mash in 14th. And if I remember correctly, it is Clean Break in 15th. MJ in 16th. Andre in 17th, Willow in 18th, Metz in 19th, and Aiden rounding off your grid in P20. Now, if you give me a break, I should hopefully come back by the time the formation lap gets underway. And that right there is a very pleasant surprise. It is a wet race here at the racetrack. Intermediates on the cars. As I'm gonna get this set up. Everyone on the intermediates as the drivers line up on the grid. Owl disqualified. Wasn't able to line up onto the grid correctly. As there we go. Everyone has lined up on the grid. We're gonna get underway. The revs up, lights are on. And we are away for the Mexican Grand Prix. A wet track here as Prezzo gets a really good start. He's up to second. He's up to the lead. Prezzo into the lead. There's Ozzy in the grass in third trying to get past Prince. We have Dutchy and Karma. Karma trying to get past Owl. Up into third. It is carnage in the back. Looks like I saw someone in the wall. That's MJ out of the race already. You can see his stricken car back there. It might be a safety car. Contact between Owl and Karma. Little bit of snap of oversteer from everyone as Karma's going to try and get back past Owl. And he does. Up into third goes the AlphaTauri. And there's MJ. No, I'm sorry. That's MJ out of the race. And Met's out of the race with Banana Cake by Clunky. And there's a huge stoppage at the back for some reason. I don't know what they're doing. But Snickers is up into 9th. Banana's up into 8th. Karma is up into the podium. Prezzo leads the race. So this is pretty insane. And due to it being intermediate conditions, there could be some changing weather, which is spice things up. Virtual safety car is out for the 2 retirements. Surprised it's not a full safety car, to be honest. We're going to wait for the flag to go green, and we're going to resume racing at any moment. Anytime soon. Mets leave the session, understandable. As I think we're going to get underway right now. He's full speed ahead. And no, still nothing. Interesting, as Clean Break and Willow enter the pit, so they have front wing damage, and there's the green flag. And there's a 1.5 second gap between Prince and Prezzo as Dutchy and Ozzy are trying to fight it out for 4th. Dutchy's going to try and get in there. Ooh, a snap of oversteer from Owl, possibly due to the contact from Dutchy. As now Dada's going to try and get in. Will he send it? He won't, but Dutchy certainly will. Doesn't go fully committed though. He's going to try and go for the switchback. No, he's not. He's going to try to hold it around the outside, and he's not able to. Will Dada try and get in? He will not. Karma really struggling in these conditions. 2.3 second gap to Prince, with Ozzy right on his rear, very deep, heading into turn 7. Has to cut the corner. That's definitely a warning. And Owl will be able to go around the outside of Karma. It looks like he will. And Dutchy's going to get the both of them. Dutchy up into 3rd from 5th place. What a move from the AlphaTauri driver. Owl's going to try and send it back up the inside. He does, but Dutchy's going to get the switchback again. Contact between the two. Owl's going to send it up the inside. And Dutchy's not having any of it. But Owl cuts him off and is up into the podium places. Dada's up into 5th as well, so he was able to get past Karma. And Prince is caught Prezzo by half a second. Wow, what an insane restart lap as Orphan Drop is now trying to get past Karma, and he does. Up into 6th place goes the Red Bull driver. And Sergov, there it is, Mash getting past Deputy around the outside, and Aiden getting past Andre down the inside, heading into turn 1. Prince. He's starting to struggle. He's dropped back from Prezzo a tiny bit, around a tenth and a half. So, let's see if Owl's caught them by a whole second. So Owl's really loving these conditions so far. Dutchy, 1.6 seconds behind Owl, so very interesting as there's a yellow flag for what looks to be clean break. No, it's for Andre. Andre's gone for a spin. Very interesting. As Prezzo and Prince still trading fastest laps until Aussie comes in with a 128.3. Let's check out the fastest laps. Holy crap! Owl is on a mission 2 seconds faster than Prezzo and Prince. Holy. I still find it shocking that Owl barely uses a curve, barely hits the apex, and finds so much time. As Owl has gotten himself into the train for the top two. And Dutchy, how far back is he? He is 2.6 seconds back from Owl, but is stretching that gap between him and Dada. And here you go, Owl still right behind Prince, as Prince is starting to close up the Prezzo. He's actually right on his gearbox, 3.5 tenths back. As there's a gap starting to form between Orphan Drop and Dada. It's a 3-second gap. So if Dada picks up a penalty, he will still stay ahead of Orphan Drop at the moment. As that's Andre retiring in the pits. He's had enough. His day is over. As that is Dada. Speaking of Dada, he has spun it. Might have had a half spin because he's regained control and he's only dropped down to 9th. But very dramatic moment for the Alpine driver. As, up front, Prezzo holding onto the lead, but there's nothing separating the top three at the moment. As here we go, down the back straight, will Prince start burning energy? You bet he will. Prezzo doesn't. Prezzo has so much energy, and is he just going to allow him to get by? He is. Weird. Very weird, and Prezzo's just allowed him to go through. I think I just disconnected. Yeah, I think I just disconnected because they're driving like AI now. They're driving very strangely. Yeah, that's not natural. Andre leaving the session might have just screwed up the whole globby. Might need to sort this out, because that's not good. That's not good. As I guess it's the AI now racing. Around the outside goes Prezzo. They ghost into each other, and Prezzo is now up into the lead, but Prince is going to fight back side by side between the two drivers. The two AI, my bad. And that's Prezzo up into the lead, as that is a random yellow flag for no reason. This is confusing me now, because these are not the drivers racing. I know that for a fact. And I think I'm the only one experiencing this. Okay, so to all of the viewers listening, we got some technical difficulties because every single car in this race is now an AI. They haven't disconnected. It's not that type of glitch. They're all just AI. Doesn't show it, but they all drive like AI because look at that throttle input. That ain't natural. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think Andre was host and he just left. He just retired from the race and quit. So he might have just broke the lobby. I'm not too sure. Now I'm trying to hold off on commentary for a little bit because I'm trying to sort this out. But I'm pretty sure Andre was the host, and him leaving might have just screwed this up. Okay, so no one is responding, and yes, like no one is responding. Karma 3-second penalty, so that tells me that these are the actual drivers, but it's just not showing up as them actually driving, because this isn't them driving. Yeah, Aussie fastest lap, and they haven't even crossed the line. So, I have a glitch that people aren't responding to, so if this doesn't sort itself out, or if I don't find a solution soon, I might have to cut commentary short, because what's the point of commentating over AI that isn't even doing the real thing? I'm gonna be right back. What? The hell? What's going on? What is going on? I'm on the results page now. What the ay ay ay. What is going on with this game? Alright, I'm gonna have to quit the game, so I'm gonna be right back.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
What the hell? So, as of now, commentary is cancelled because the whole game just broke on me. But if I get an invite and the game works, I'll go back. But at the moment, I'm gonna be on hiatus. And once it's confirmed that I'm not gonna be able to get back in, or what's gonna happen, it's gonna depend. I'm so confused. What the hell? Alright, so seems like cancelled. Haven't gotten an invite, and my headphones have just had a huge hit because my chair just decided, you know what, I'm gonna hook the cords all around the chair and yank down the controller, so my controller might be damaged. Yep, there's a little dent right there. The whole cushion on my headphones ripped off, so yeah. Things have not gone well. Game glitched, no invite, commentary cancelled. So, thank you everyone so much for listening to tonight's stream. It's a shame it had to end this way, but to be honest, I feel like crap. The whole day I've been presenting, and to cap it off with this, not that great, but yeah. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in, and we will see you all next week for round 5. Not a sprint weekend this time, but it will be round 5 at Hungary. I love Hungary, so I'm very excited for that weekend. See you guys then. Bye-bye.